Well, good morning, internet. Here we are. We have ourselves a beautiful day unfolding ahead of us. They're saying it's supposed to be as warm as minus 10 Celsius, which I'll take that any day over, minus 30, minus 45. And yeah, welcome to our vlog. So, here we go. Well, this morning I kind of had a bit of a disturbing night's sleep. Wasn't really refreshing or fulfilling, but this morning I was sitting here drinking my morning cup of coffee, and I look out my back window and I see somebody walking through my yard. They came up here by the corner of the house, by the camper trailer, down this here path, and then, well, right out the back of the garage by the back alley. Now, they weren't scoping out. Now, I'm sure they weren't sleeping in my yard anywhere, because everything I have is locked up. They weren't in my truck or in my camper trailer or in my garage or anything like that, and I'm not sure why they would cut through my yard. It is a little bit open, and it is kind of a straight shot halfway through the block kind of a thing, and saves you walking all the way around. But it's kind of like, really, there's no respect for other people's own private property nowadays. People have to, well, snoop, trespass. You never know, too. They might have been scoping out things that they could come back at night and get. People leave snow blowers out, people leave quads out. Maybe she was counting the number of trailers and whether my cargo trailer had a coupler lock, or the wheels chained, or whatever alternative sources that I have for theft. You can't really call it theft prevention, but theft deterrent. Because if they're going to want it, they're going to take it. You're not going to be able to stop them. So they just kept on walking, and I'm assuming went to the next house. I finished my morning cup of coffee and, well, went from there. My first thought was to fling open the back door and, go all caveman on them and chase them on down. But, well, for starters, you don't know what they're carrying. Just because they look like a skinny, small person that you should be able to take yourself. They could be carrying something themselves, or maybe they're in radio contact with their buddies that are 3 or 4 houses down, so just let it go, right? They didn't cause any damage. They weren't really doing anything too evasive, per se, and whatever, right? In the perfect world, I'd have a fence across the front driveway and a fence across the back driveway, and a gate or two in the middle to slow them down. But you're not going to stop them from coming on your yard if they really want to. Well, the rest of the day was rather quiet, just planning on my video editing, as well as a few things like that. I made a promotional video for the Calgary Zoo, which went live here today. The videos start in like 4 days for the zoo, so I thought I would give a heads up. That was one of the things that I wanted to do on the Patreons. There was put the Calgary Zoo promotional video up early, and then start filtering the episodes down early as well. But like I've mentioned in other videos, I can't figure out how to do that. With the exception of doing it unlisted and then going back on the day at the specific time and then putting it as public on YouTube, which with my schedule it doesn't work out that way. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just close the Patreon account and call her square, call her good. Or maybe I'll just keep it going and treat it like I do my social media account, where I post live links to it and share photos and stuff before they end up going onto the YouTube, whatever, time will tell. Maybe they'll fix it. Maybe they'll be able to remedy that issue. It sure would be nice if they did, because it would make it a lot easier, especially for someone like me, to function in the Patreon world. But I'm gonna go in, see what's what, see what I can get done today, and well, if the wind would quit, it'd be a beautiful day. Well, hello internets. Here we are. We come to the end of another day. It was a good day, a little bit of a quieter day. However, that gives me a chance to do a couple things around the house. I am trying to do one thing a day in terms of my project list that I can do, and a few other things. Trying to, well, keep going, keep rolling, and well, one day at a time, right? Well, it was such a beautiful day today, you know, minus 8 Celsius. And now it's like minus 37 Celsius, and we're going through the night. However, tomorrow it's supposed to be back to minus 8, and it looks like it's going to be that way, or this way, for the next few days. So warm, or warmer during the day, and then freezing cold at night. But looking at the long range forecast, another couple of weeks, and the weather is supposed to start to break, and then we get through March, and then, you know, the weather gets a little warmer, right? It's been a long, dark winter for me. Well, like every year is. Especially this winter's been even worse. Without my usual outings and road trips, you know, like Ice on White, or the Ice Castle, you know, Candy Cane Lane. Things that were a tradition, per se, for me, and didn't happen this year. Well, one, because of budget. Two, because, well, physically, sometimes things just can't happen. I don't know what the summer's gonna be, but I guess it'll be what it is, right? Kind of taking care of what needs to be took care of, and trying to get back to where I once was. But pretty much, guys, remember, we do have a fan mail box for all your fan mail needs. Address is down below, as well as links to the social media pages. Give us a follow, give us a like, send us a tweet, send us a message, all that social media stuff that goes along with it. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.